Draymond Green, whether we like it or not, is going to be renowned as one of the greatest players in Golden State's franchise. He was the glue that pretty much held everything together for the Warriors. If it comes to defense, we all know this guy, he's a defensive player of the year. He's had all-star appearances. He's had many accolades throughout his NBA career, worthy enough to be a Hall of Famer. He has a lot of success, but with that success has come many difficulties. Draymond Green, as we all know, he's the type of player that plays with that passion, energy, just determination. Things that really do motivate this Warriors team and people throughout the franchise. Steve Kerr, everybody's always raving about with Draymond Green. But the reality is, Draymond Green, with that passion and that anger, he has not channeled it in the right ways at times, and it has caused him to pretty much have this reputation as a dirty player. And not only that, but the lack of accountability on his end. You know, we all use this excuse as him playing with this fire, this emotion, that's just an excuse to go out there and do the things that you do to these NBA players, guys who are your peers, and guys now who don't really respect you in that way. I mean, look at the Steven Adams incident. You look at James Harden. You look at Jordan Poole. You look at the bonus, Rudy Gobert, Nurkic just recently. And the amount of dirty plays that this guy has done throughout his NBA career is insane. But the Warriors, over the last few years, well, pretty much since this has been happening, they've always backed him up. They've always, used that excuse of, this is just Draymond. And Draymond as well himself saying this is just who he is. But there comes a point where eventually you become fed up, where things just don't go the way that you want them to go. That lack of taking accountability, that lack of, not accepting your own faults and situations. Life comes at you. And now this is what is going to happen with Draymond Green. Looking at now, what this costs for the Warriors is a lot. I mean, let's not forget, for crying out loud, in the NBA Finals that year that the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead, Draymond Green gets suspended. If Draymond doesn't get suspended in that game, they probably win that series. That played such a crucial role, man. That was huge. And he did it, of course, in another big moment in the playoffs against the Kings. Even though they did win that series, still the Kings almost had the Warriors in that series. But, Draymond Green proceeds to kettle stomp Sabonis, which is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. No, I'm not saying all these events that has happened with Draymond Green in order, but the history of all this really speaks for itself with Draymond Green. Now the NBA has Draymond Green really suspended for indefinitely. And a lot of people have been taking that word, kind of too far, and thinking way too much into it. The reality is just, it is what it is. He's suspended indefinitely through all these actions and events that has happened through the course of his career, this season. I mean, you name it. And for that last punch, especially against Nurkic, that was just really uncalled for. It looked like it was purposeful, in my opinion, personally. He can say, oh, it was just an accident, he didn't mean to hit him, but you don't go swinging like that just for no reason and just acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? But there's that narrative with the Warriors and everybody's, pat on him. He plays with emotion. Yes, basketball is a very competitive, emotional sport in that way, but it doesn't give you the right to act like you're, a UFC fighter or a WWE fighter in a tables and ladders and chairs match. There are many NBA players that are great, all-time greats, that had that energy and passion. Patrick Beverley, I'm not saying he's obviously not an all-time great, but he's a great example of a guy who plays with that energy, that passion. Marcus Smart, all these guys, but you don't see these guys doing things like this to this level what Draymond Green's doing. And even with the all-time great players like LeBron, Michael Jordan, Kobe, all these guys probably had even higher passions for the game. They do have more higher passion, and they don't have to express it because it's channeled. They channel that on the basketball court. Kevin Durant, another great example. A guy who's called out Draymond Green for that same reasons as well. But when you look at all the events, man, that has happened throughout Draymond Green's career on the court, and especially off the court as well, Draymond Green was part of the reason why Kevin Durant decided to leave the Warriors. Draymond Green also got into a threat with Steve Kerr and the Warriors staff. I mean, there's some incidents out there with Draymond Green that really is just uncalled for, in my opinion. And now we've reached the breaking point with everything. There is now where things get so bad to a point where it's like, okay, now this really has to be addressed because it's becoming a big issue. And that has just now happened with Draymond Green and why he is suspended indefinitely. And we don't know really yet when he will be back in the NBA. In my opinion, yeah, a 10 to 15 or 15 game really suspension would be the best thing for him. But I believe that however long it takes for him to get the help he needs, as the words of Kevin Durant has said, he needs to do that, because you cannot have players' careers on jeopardy. And that's how I feel when I see Draymond Green play on the court now. And even if I see him come back, it's like, just when is that dirty play going to happen again? What are you going to do again? Because there has been a lack of accountability on his end. He has not taken his accountability for his actions, always making excuses and, feeding on this. I keep laughing every time I say it, but feeding on this perception and everything that he just plays with all this emotion and passion. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it has helped the Warriors win 4 NBA championships. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But there comes a point where things are getting broken and they can be fixed. And the Warriors are that team. They are struggling. They're not the same Warriors that they used to be. This is a team that is falling down. And I really feel just bad for Stephen Curry and all this, because it's like a guy, who had all this great run. He had this amazing run with his team. He had it all. And just to slowly watch everybody just kind of fall apart. It just really is just sad to see while he's still playing the best basketball of his NBA career. And seeing this incident, even watching him in the press conference, after game, you could just tell his body language that he just really was annoyed and tired, frustrated with all the things that's going on. The whole Warriors organization is now at this point with Draymond Green and everything that's going on. So this is only hurting them more. And this is a league thing that is going to have to be fixed. Not the Warriors, because they're always just going to give him, small fines or, a 1-game suspension or however long, 5-game, I don't know. But this is now something that has to be fixed. And Draymond Green, his career and everything is on the line. It's only really up to him now to really change and make things better for himself and for the Warriors as a whole. But I hope you guys enjoyed this brief video today. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every single week. Have a great day. Peace.